Welcome to the Visual Circlemaths video. This video is intended for teachers and parents who are interested in teaching their children the times tables. It's an extremely visual system. One side of the brain is concerned with visual imagery and the other side is concerned with mathematical computation. And our system is going to bring those two sides of the brain together. A good way to teach plus and minus around a circle is to play Treasure Island. So here we have a pirate's map, starting always at 0, of course. The teacher would read, or parent would read out these numbers, and the pupil would move the distances. So plus 2, 1, 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, plus 1, there it is, and minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if that was a bit of paper, then on the other side of the paper you could have a funny picture or a lolly or something like this as a reward for actually arriving at the treasure. Kids really enjoy that. It's a lot of fun, and it really hones in on the idea of positive and negative. Another way to get answers to the times table is to use the square minus a square method. So we begin with a square of any size. In this case I've chosen one that's 6 across and 6 down, so a total of 6 by 6 or 36 little yellow squares in there. And our first step will be just to tear off one edge and move it around underneath and put it on underneath. So we've still got our 36 yellow squares, and I'll just colour in that one blue to get rid of it, and we can see there that this is now a 5 by 7 rectangle in the yellow. That's because it was 6, but we took one off, so that makes it one less, 5. And it was 6 going down here, but we added one on, so it becomes 7. So 5 by 7 is what's in the yellow, and that allows us to write this equation. 5 by 7, the yellow, is equal to 6 by 6. That's the whole lot that we originally started with, including the blue, minus that little blue dot there, 1. Alright, now I'm just going to rewrite that 1 as 1 times 1, because 1 is 1 times 1, and it's a 1 by 1 block, and the reason for that will become apparent in a few moments, because I'm actually looking for a pattern here. So we'll have a look at the next step in the pattern. We go back to our 6 by 6 block, and we'll take off 2 from the edges this time and move them underneath and join them up. So that's still 36 yellow squares there, and this time I'll colour in that block there of 4, and so this yellow bit now is 4 by 8, and that's because we originally started off with 6, but we took off 2, so that made it 4. We originally had 6 going down the side, but we added 2 more on, so 6 and 2 is 8. So it's a 4 by 8 block, and that lets us write this second equation, that 4 times 8, the yellow block, is equal to 6 by 6, which was what we started with, the whole lot, the blue and the yellow, minus that blue chunk there, which is, as you can see, 2 by 2. So that's why I wrote it in that 1 by 1 form. And we'll just do one more step just to make sure we've got our pattern. So our 6 by 6 block of 36, and we'll just take off 3 from the edge and move it around underneath and join it up, and we'll colour in that block there in blue, and that leaves us with a block which is 3 by 9, and again that's because we started with 6, we took off 3, and that left us with 3. We had 6 running down, but we added on 3, and 6 and 3 is 9, so that's a 3 by 9 yellow grid, and that lets us write that 3 by 9, the yellow bit, is equal to 6 by 6, again that's the whole lot that we began with, including the blue, minus that block in there, the blue, which is, as you can see, 3 by 3. And I think you can see the pattern that's appearing. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So in order to use that pattern, we'd look at this sort of number line here, and you can see if we look down here at 5 times 7, there's 5 times 7, and 6 is dead center. So there's the center number, and you can see that from the center we only have to go at 1. to reach either of those numbers, and so we're taking away 1 times 1. With the second equation, 4 times 8, there's the 4 and there's the 8. And as you can see again, it's 6 is the dead centre, only in this case we have to go out 2 from the centre to reach either of those numbers, so we're taking away 2 times 2. And the last one, 3 times 9, there's the 3, there's the 9, and again the 6 is the dead centre, and we say how far do we have to go from the centre to reach either edge? It's 3 out this way and it's 3 out this way, so we're taking away 3 times 3. So that's our pattern, and in fact it's a perfectly general pattern. It won't matter if we started with a 6 by 6 block or a 7 by 7 or an 8 by 8. You can actually try different patterns and see how it goes. A pair of scissors and a bit of paper will do the job. So here's how we'd use a square minus a square to get a result. We want to know 6 eighths, and we'll assume we know 7 sevenths. We see in the middle there that in the middle of 6 eighths we've got 7, and so we write down 7 sevenths, and it's only 1 to go from the centre there to each edge, so we take away 1 times 1. Now assuming we know our squares nicely, 7 sevens are 49, then we just take away 1 ones, which is 1, and we've got our answer, 6 eighths are 48. Here's another example. We're looking at 3 sevens, and you can see from this diagram that halfway in between 3 sevens is the number 5. So we're going to put down here that 3 sevens is equal to the halfway mark, 5 times 5, minus, and we've got 2 times 2 here, and that's because from the 5 it's a jump of 2 to reach either edge. So there we go, 5 times 5 minus 2 times 2, assuming we know our squares. 5 fives are 25, 2 twos are 4, 25 minus 4 is 21.